Greetings, most honorable listeners and masters of the martial arts. I am Travis.
I'm Chris.
And this is CTE, and this is about to be an experience for you. Los, we're going to have to get you, we got to pull you into the intro some way, shape, or form.
I'm about to get me a little sand when I come in here. I got to have a little something. I gotta figure out something.
Los is back, snitches.
But, about all that. All right, but so like we always start with music.
What you got for me?
A lot, because we got a lot to talk about today.
Left you out to rap a lot. How many credit you flop? A lot. How many lawyers you got?
A lot.
I got a lot of questions. We're gonna get a lot of answers. There's gonna be a lot of good things.
A lot of questions about what's going on. I'm like, look, man, I'm gonna try and get some answers for you guys. That's what we're gonna do today. And first up, we have the Battle of Atlanta.
What's up, everybody? Y'all doing all right?
Toby.
Mr. Toby Ruth
is in the building.
Oh, I'm excited to be here. Y'all guys have a great time in the first 2 minutes of the show.
Absolutely.
Look, the energy on this show is really high. So, you know, we try and get everything going up in this joint.
And I know y'all have all worked all day and y'all are just ready to go.
Yes,
all day.
We got juice that helps us.
That's good. That's good.
Right. Super juice.
Yeah. All right. So, first things first, Chris, Toby, Los, how was you guys' weekends?
You gonna turn over that jam, man?
Yeah.
You doing a lot.
How was you guys' weekends? Anything special? Anything crazy happening? What's going on?
Chris, go ahead.
I actually had a member appreciation move over into a new location, grand small opening. I don't know if it was too grand, but my karate side, we did member appreciation. We packed it in, obviously with distancing and everything, and we did a little celebration for those guys, thanking them for sticking around and being a part of the school. We also opened up a second, it's the first affiliate of our jiu-jitsu program. So our school is now an affiliate off of a major jiu-jitsu, Diego Saraiva and Nova União. So we had our first kind of thing for that, which went off really, really, really well. So that's really all I did that was noteworthy. Hung out with the family, and that's about it.
All right. Toby, how was your weekend?
Man, I was pretty all weekend. I actually spent the weekend in Augusta with Aaron Hensley. He had his premier black belt graduation stuff for his Augusta schools, and part of that weekend we did a small inter-school event. Just a few. We have some specific divisions we do just for his crew, and I came down and helped him run that and spent the day down there, and that's what we spent our weekend on. So it was small, but we know, but it was still for some of those kids an opportunity to come out and taste competition. And we kind of just pitched it a little bit too, that you guys can come out to Battle of Atlanta and at the end of, or 1st of September. And he was helping me push that a little bit, and I appreciated him for that. And like I said, it was good for them because they did their black belt testing, which they had, I think, postponed since I guess April or May, somewhere in that point in time. So that was good for them to kind of, that crew to finish up their testing, get their black belts and stuff. So that's what we did.
Awesome, man.
All right, Los, how was your weekend?
Weekend was pretty good. Nothing too excited. We just went to the beach with my family. My daughter had her softball game last night, so I got to check her out playing. She plays with she's 12, so she plays in a league that's 14 to 16. So there's like a huge age gap of just maturity. And it's funny, I was watching her play, and like some of the mistakes that she was making, it was almost like she didn't feel like she belonged with the group, right? But then she had moments where it's like the group was like excited for the moments that she had. And then she had some mistakes that you can kind of look at them, you can see their body language. So I know she saw their body language too.
Right.
And it made her feel kind of like I'm not welcome. But then the last play of the game, fellas, girl hit a pop fly, is all the way out in the backfield. My daughter chased it down, caught it, won the game. It was the last out. It was beautiful. Then like these girls, they coming up, they hugging her, but they didn't say anything pretty much to her the whole game.
Right.
Yeah. This moment, they was like, oh, they giving her a hug and stuff. So I'm telling her, like, baby, you belong. You just got to believe that you belong.
Yeah.
Like, you're just as good as these girls. They just have a little more experience than you have. But you belong here, or else they wouldn't have you here.
Right.
And you just showed that on that one play. Most of these girls wouldn't be able to make that play, and you made that play. And then so we're going to the parking lot.
Believe.
Yeah, I was going there.
You better tell her to believe.
Never stop believing.
All the time. We live it every day, brother. We live it every day, because every day we have those moments where we have some doubts, man. So we were leaving. We're going to the parking lot. Man, these girls was getting in the cars and like driving by themselves and leaving. I'm just thinking, like, man, I'm in here with like actual like real like older girls. Like,
yeah,
she's 12 getting in the car with me, and they driving off on their own. I'm like, oh, this is all right. I can see why she's a little intimidated, being 12 and these girls is driving off and no families or anything. So
yeah, I mean that's a
highlight of the weekend.
That's a big difference from like she in 7th grade.
Yeah, she's going into 7th grade.
Yeah, going to 7th grade. So people
6th,
going to be juniors. Like,
they're going,
like,
yeah.
That difference is like, when you 12 to 16, that's a big difference.
But she did good. It was a good weekend, man. I was happy for her. I was happy she was able to go through those moments and then have that triumphant moment at the end. Because I think it helped her spirit. You get what I'm saying?
It shows the work and it pays off. And on that, I can do this. Yeah, man, that's awesome. That's a great experience, man. I can't wait to get that as a dad. Good stuff, Los.
I'm always gonna have.
I know, right?
I'm always doing dad stuff. Our karate stuff, we do good stuff with that. But man, my truest joy comes from my kids, man. So
absolutely, no questions
I'm
asked.
sure most of that was you guys.
Awesome, keep it up.
All right. Well,
you guys have any bachelor parties?
Wow.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Are we on the air now?
Yeah, we're on the air. I chilled at home and was in quarantine like a good young man. That's what I did. I stayed in the house. Oh, I did do this. I did do something that was noteworthy. I had a pizza. I know that sounds crazy to y'all, but it was a lemon pepper pizza. Yeah, everybody's head turned. Like, exactly. It was a lemon pepper pizza.
I got like lemon pepper sauce with like cheese on it or something.
It had, first off, all right, look, let me see if I can. I'm gonna see.
Oh, he go try to pull out a menu.
I took a picture of it because. All right, so I saw it on Instagram. Somebody, this young lady I follow, she had posted it, and I was like, lemon pepper pizza. Like, what? She was like, it's really good.
Is that chicken?
All right.
I was gonna say, is there chicken on it like a lemon pepper?
It
wing?
is. It's literally chicken pieces
so
on there.
Okay, so it's lemon pepper pizza. I got you.
It's literally
I rock with you.
And the dude puts a fried lemon pepper on top, like where you put the sauce in the middle, like a fried lemon pepper.
I can do that. Send me the recipe.
Some lemons around it.
And it's IG. I'm on that one. I can do that. I had lemon pepper wings this weekend. I'm with it.
But it had chicken on it though.
Yeah, it had chicken.
But you didn't say that though. You're supposed to have a lemon pepper pizza with chicken. That's understandable. As long as you got it with chicken, I could get that.
I mean, the chicken. I assume he fried chicken, ripped it up, and put it on top of the pizza.
Yeah,
like just regular little pieces. But then he had two whole wings sitting on top of the pizza. It was an interesting thing, dynamic.
Gourmet. So you got 2 free wings with your pizza. All right, I'm with that. 2 wings.
But
you probably paid $30 for that pizza.
The whole process in it was just weird. Okay, the whole process of me getting this pizza was just weird because I had to send in my message to him. I had to text him the message like, "Yo, I want to pick up a pizza," and he was like, "All right, cool." And because I think Killer Mike had reposted him, and so everybody's been hitting him up about it. So I was like, "All right." He was like, "Yeah, okay." He said, "You can pick it up between 6 and 8 at this address," and I'm like,
So was that
6 or
8, my guy?
6 to 8 p.m. So he said, just text me 20 minutes before you come so I can have it hot. And I was like, all right, cool. So I did that. And he was like, I'm still frying the chicken. Give me an extra couple minutes. I was like, all right. Then I looked at where it was at and I'm like, it's like 15 minutes away. And it's like on the southwest side. And I'm just like, all right, I don't know where I'm going on the south side. All right, let me go ahead and go down there. But so I go down there, just go, and it's somebody's house. He comes out with a pizza.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. It was going to be. What kind of neighborhood was you in? What kind of neighborhood was you in?
I was off 20.
Who answered the door? That's the most important question.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a.
When the trap house, when the man. No,
it wasn't like that. It was like a nice, normal neighborhood, but the surrounding area wasn't the nicest area to be in. So when I got down there, I was like,
all right, the richest of the poor people. I'm with you.
Yeah, it was just kind of just like, all right, I'm. All right, I don't know where I'm at, but I'm riding right now. But it was good though. I give him credit. It was pretty good.
Lemon pepper pizza.
Lemon pepper pizza. Chicken. Yeah, with fried chicken on top of it. It was interesting. And it was lemon peppery.
Was it good though? Now this is the whole end of this. Was it good? Would you get it again?
Nah, he wouldn't get it again.
That means no. That means unless you came over and said you wanted one too. Nah.
Well, see, this is the only thing.
Do that.
I would get it again if it was at a store.
Okay.
Or at a restaurant. You know what I mean? Like if it's at his restaurant, he got it, then I would go get it.
But you ain't driving to his crib again.
I'm not driving to the brother's crib.
You're not going to the barbecue man down the corner
Chris,
or the corn man?
I'm going to say this.
Yes.
He fuses his pizzas.
Okay. You stupid.
You can get it fused or not fused. I got the not fused one.
What does fuse mean? I'm confused.
Medically fused or not fused?
Medically fused.
I'm sorry. Listen, I don't.
It's related to that can I buy for men?
Yeah.
Cologne.
That stuff. Yeah. So I was like, I'm good on that. Just give me the regular version
just
of it.
Jumping.
Yeah.
I was like, what does fuse mean? I'm confused. Like
you're
fusing
okay,
the pizzas together? Like
no.
I got it now. I got it now. I get the lingo now. I'm new to the show. So I'm
fair enough.
All right,
so before we dip too deep down and get too off track, we got Toby on.
I had a small feeling I knew what he was talking about. I was kind of like,
you smirked. I saw the little.
Oh, I know what he's saying. I'm like, yeah, the brother fuses it. But all right, so let's get to the topics at hand.
Labor Day. So
Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day weekend.
Battle of Atlanta. It's actually going down. Here is it still at the same? Is it still at the same hotel at the Renaissance Waverly?
We are still at the Renaissance Waverly. It's going down. The deal is right now, and this is what we want everybody to make sure they understand, that unless Georgia or something happens, and the state of Georgia comes in and tells the hotel you cannot have this event, we are having Battle of Atlanta Labor Day weekend. So that's what we want everybody to know. We do think that we probably won't be quite as big as it's been, over the last few years, just because I think a lot of people are still, either can't travel or hesitant to travel, depending on what state you're coming from.
Right.
But we are still having Battle of Atlanta. We're ready to roll. I know there's a lot of people in Atlanta and Georgia and the surrounding states that are ready to get out and get back on the mat and do some competitions. And we're ready to have it. We had to postpone it to September, but we originally postponed it to July. But let me back up and tell the story. We had to make the decision to postpone to July I think it was the end of April, 1st of May. And at the time, they didn't have any other weekends available except for this July date. And we were just like, well, that's the best we can get. We'll take it. But if something else opens up, please let us know. So sure enough, the weekend after our original Battle of Atlanta date, which is the weekend after Father's Day, they came back and said, we have this Labor Day weekend. That group canceled. Do y'all want it? And we're like, yes. But then they were like, we're going to have to make you have it this weekend. So we're like, we're having it. So Labor Day weekend it is. And we wouldn't have moved it twice if we didn't have to.
Right. If you'd got the first September date, it would have just been September.
And and even I think if
you turn that off.
And it wouldn't have been September, necessarily, at least not Labor Day weekend, I'm saying, because at the time, it's hard to remember back when I think America one time was on Labor Day weekend or somewhere in that time frame before the virtual. They originally had moved to sometime either end of August
I think it was that last weekend of August or Labor Day weekend. Yeah, I remember they moved.
And then so we were kind of like, that wasn't necessarily our pick date, but that's the one that became available, so we took it.
So cool. I'm gonna be the bad person here.
I know you will. It's all right.
Why didn't you guys cancel it back in April as opposed to just postponing it, as opposed to some of the other big tournaments did? I think Diamonds just came out and said they were canceling theirs this year.
Yeah, but they literally just announced.
Yeah, they literally just did it. So I was just curious as
to
why did you guys keep pushing and trying to do it?
Well, I mean, honestly, we want to have our event. I mean, that's the bottom line. We love having Battle of Atlanta. We love promoting it and putting it on for our competitors. And we didn't see first of all, I guess we didn't think that this would continue as long as it did, to be fair. I mean, we thought maybe that something would change a little bit in the summertime. And so postponing it seemed like it would be, a pretty logical thing to do. Because we had, when this all first came down, we still had some time. And, we thought, well, you'll just wait. And so when we got into the postponement piece, it was at this point, you're like, well, we've got a lot of people registered for this point. We just need to kind of hold on and see what happens. And so we're still committed to having it as long as we're allowed to have it. That's the biggest thing. We want to have the competition. We just feel like, and all of our conversations with people that, you know, there is a camp of people that don't want to get out and do anything right now. They're staying in quarantine. And it depends on where you live. But, you know, a lot of people in the South are ready to compete and get out and, you know, spend some time. But we've got to do it the right way. And so we spend an enormous amount of time discussing a safety plan to make it, you know, safe for everyone as best we can.
Right.
But
you guys are
ultimately answer your question, because we want to have our karate tournament. We want to continue to promote the, you know, Battle of Atlanta as one of the, you know, premier NASCA events, and for the competitors in our little world that we live in, we want them to be able to come out and compete at, you know, this tournament that they enjoy being at. So
I have a question. So New York State has this quarantine thing that they're doing. So anybody comes from these different states, they got to quarantine for 14 days. Does Georgia have that same quarantine for people coming in from different states?
No, but I do think there's some states that, you know, like, I'm not sure which ones they are. I think New York is one of them. They have Georgia, you know.
What is that beeping sound?
My freaking text messages keep going off.
Oh, okay.
Turn this off. Every time there's like a group chat going on.
Oh yeah,
we know. Most we got a couple of group chats. We can.
I think I closed it out, so hopefully it'll quit, but I doubt it, because I hate group chats worse than anything in the world. If there's a way to, like, and you can't just leave a group chat because they're like, oh, Toby left. Wow.
No, because they come right back to me, because I've left
group chats before, and
they come right back to
messages.
me. Like,
Yeah. So I mean, that's what it is. But back to your question, there are some states that have, if you go to certain states, you have to quarantine when you come back. So I think New York is actually one of them. From if you go to like Florida or maybe Florida.
I know Florida.
There's 31 states on the New York list for anyone that goes to any of those states. When you come back, you have to quarantine for at least 14 days.
They just don't want you to go anywhere.
I tell you, they don't want us
to
going. They don't want anybody coming in.
Netflix subscription, yeah. I mean, my daughter, my stepdaughter Sydney lives in Manhattan, so she's been up there since she came home for 2 weeks right at the start of all this, and then went back, and you know, she hasn't really gone anywhere, I don't think, out of state in a while either. So
they're getting hit pretty hard down there.
Yeah. And we expect that too for the event. We've really kind of, you know, we had several people, you know, request to not come, you know, because they just can't get out of their state, or they're international and they're not going to be able to make it, you know, out of Canada.
Yeah, I know Canada. I was just say Canada's still not trying, because we had a little buddy trying to get down here.
So I wish this daggum thing could ding, and now y'all got me all like, it's just nonstop.
Round one, fight. No. So what since we're doing it, and we are doing it, what are some of the things that you guys are doing? Are you breaking them down into like the sessions and stuff and going in and out? Like,
right.
How many rings per room? Like, because I know that's a concern for a lot of people who are still registered and are potentially probably going, depending on how that is.
Right. And so we've got, to be honest with you, we actually cut out the big convention hall where we had the black belt rings last year.
Right.
Mostly because you think you have all this space, but you know, when you try to cram as many rings as you can in there, and that's what, you know, what I hate about it is that's what we love about sports sometimes, is being in the big room with all the hype and all the people, and it's just energy. But we decided we're not going to do that. So we moved everything into the hotel, and we're using as many ballrooms as we can. The big ballroom where we have our night shows, usually we've got probably, I think, the most rings, and it's about 6. And maybe we may make 7, but we can break those out and spread them out really far apart in the area. And the other 4 ballrooms won't have any more than 3, I don't think, is the max. And we're also going to use the garden court area outside where the vendors are.
Yep.
We're going to put a couple of rings out there. So, and then we've broken up not only the rooms, and then what we'll do is we'll set up, you know, sets of chairs in groups of 4 to 6, you know. And to be fair, if a family brings in 6 people, you can actually pull a chair from another place and set it. As long as they set in these pods, we're going to be just fine. But the most important thing, which is something we don't like to do, because we like to move and we like to be efficient, we like to get things done, is that we've staggered our start times so that there are sessions. and we're not going to start a session until it's time to start it. You know, usually in the past, we finish the session, we finish this division, let's move on to the next one. Let's move another ring, you know, divisions from this ring to that ring, and we'll just keep moving. We're not going to do that, just so we can make sure that the traffic flows in and out of these ballrooms is limited to who's coming to watch or who's coming to compete for just that session. And that way, you know, we still get, you know, we encourage people to come and watch and people to come and compete without the idea that you're going to have, you know, 200 people crammed in this ballroom or 300 people crammed in the ballroom. That's not what we want to do.
It's the kids in the division and their family members, and then
Yeah,
they'll go out.
Go ahead, Chris.
Go ahead, Los. No, go. Sorry.
No, I was going to ask you how you were going to manage the crowd control, and I think what you said is actually probably one of the best ways you could possibly do it. Is, you know, have everything start in a session, let that session completely finish before you start the next session, as opposed to like, you know, all right, it's done, let's roll to the next one, because then you will have a lot of that traffic.
That overflow and that bumping. Yeah.
And we're asking people, and that's one of the things we'll continue to ask, is that, you know, there's no need to come in early. You know, there's no need to come in 2 hours and sit around and wait for your division to be called, especially if you don't start until the next session. That way you're not just sitting in the ballroom taking up space and that kind of thing. You know, but also one of the things I've kind of noticed watching some of, you know, Jeremy's live events, you know, down there that they're running in, you know, live tournaments there is, you see a different approach from the competitors. You know, and you see this a lot, even in the general public. People are starting to be a little more respectful of the idea that we're not going to do things the way we've always done it. You know, we're going to wear our mask, or we're going to stand over here. If you ask us to not be in this particular space at this time, I think people have kind of are getting the idea that we have to change the way we approach a few things right now, you know, if not for the foreseeable future, because we can't just, you know, where we all are used to a certain level of engagement at these tournaments, we're going to have to take a step back, and we're all going to ask ourselves, like, I need spectators to sit here. I need fighters to be here. You can't crowd the ring. You got to be waiting till it's your turn. And I've seen a little bit of that at these, you know, some of Jeremy's events, and that's hopefully what people will do. And if not, we'll have to enforce that you'll just have to step back, which there's a big part of me that, you know, that we love that when, you know, there's the big fight going on, you want everybody around the ring, you know, that's just part of it. So,
yeah.
So it's been I guess a point of contention around the country about masks. Are you guys going to force people to wear masks, or is it just how are you gonna deal with that?
Force is a dangerous word. I mean, it sounds like I'm gonna go up and grab somebody in a headlock, but no. I mean, we're asking people to wear masks, especially if you're a spectator, for sure. Now, when you're doing the competitions, I think Jeremy and the way some of these guys have approached it, you know, Richard Osborne's doing one of our ProMac events this weekend, and they're all asking people to wear the mask until it's time to compete. And then when you compete, obviously, you know, we're cutting out, and I don't know if we've actually made this conscious choice to cut out, you know, forms introductions, but you know, Rick is doing that at the ProMac event this weekend. Jeremy's been cutting it out. But I mean, I work in a school setting, you know, in a public school setting, and we've been wearing masks since May to do all kinds of things. And it's just, I mean, it's not a big deal in my mind. I mean, do I like doing it? Heck no, I do not like it at all. I mean, it drives me crazy. But I mean, I've got it in my pocket. I carry it wherever I go, and you know, if you're
do it if I got to.
The thing is, I think
if you guys kind of say it's required,
yeah,
you know, you obviously can't force anybody to do it, but you are asking, you know, people to wear masks when, you know, when they're not competing, or so they're
right, or you can't social distance. That's the thing. If you can't keep social distance, and the hotel actually has its own policy, you know, beyond Battle of Atlanta, that if you're in an area, and there's things you don't think about, like necessarily, like, I got to get on the elevator. Well, you know, normally you go on an elevator, you got 10, 12 people sometimes in an elevator. Like, no way you social distance in that. So things to think about as you approach this. But I will say that, you know, having been out a little bit, I mean, most people are pretty respectful. I hear these horrible stories on Facebook of people going into Target or Walmart and they get into an argument with somebody because you're not wearing a mask. I've yet to see that in my life. And I've gone to the grocery store or Target a few times, and I mean, I think
with everything, it's a small number.
Yeah, exactly. just like everything, it's a small number in it. Yep.
But I think people want to compete. If it means that I've got to put my mask on to walk into this ballroom and wait, I don't think people have a problem with that. I mean, if they do, that's something we'll just be very politely say, if you don't mind, we would appreciate you wear your mask at this time until it's time to compete. And then that's what we're looking to do. So, but we have developed, we're working on right now, and we haven't, we've got our plan. We've kind of put bullet points up on our website that, we're talking about. The hotel's also going to have, and we're going to have hopefully some masks available for everybody. And we're going to have the hand sanitizer stations around. The hotel's already got these little stations put up. We're looking to do between sessions to do, some quick sanitation of the mats, so that, at least if it gives people that, feeling that we're getting something cleaned at least a little bit throughout the day, not just waiting to the end of the day after, everybody's
done,
competed on them. And that's, but the thing is, until we do it, everybody's got to wait and see that it's being done. And that's the thing. Nobody knows what to expect. And I think that's the general fear amongst the martial arts community right now, as far as tournaments goes, or anything. I mean, you don't know what to expect, and people are telling you all these things. And what do you say? What do you do? And so we're telling you right now, we've got our plan in place. We're going to take temperature checks too. That's something that I think that is good. We've got, we have a list of questions we want people to make sure they've answered. I see these at restaurants. We ask them at my school, and they're pretty standard questions. Have you been around somebody with COVID? Have you had a temperature? There's several different things.
Cough, sick, yeah.
Cough, sickness, showing any symptoms. And we ask you don't come. That's the thing people need to grasp. If you feel like you've been around someone, or if you feel like you don't feel well, don't be around people. Don't go out and about. Stay home. That's the thing. But we also think that if you're well and you're not feeling any of these things, come
on in.
We can go about regular business as best we can.
Right.
Wait, Chris.
Trev, I was gonna say, Trev, you got a question before I ask my favorite question?
No, I just finished asking the question. It's your turn.
All right, man. Toby, I've seen it. I talked to Greg. The NASCA, the 2020 World Tour calendar. It has battle as the first one in the last 4 events. But it says something down here that intrigued and piqued all of my interest. It says special bonus prize money. Anytime I hear special and bonus and money, it piqued my interest. So I know people have said that. I've had a couple of people ask me, hey man, what's that money? You'll see on Tuesday. So hopefully I can get a little enlightenment. What is the bonus money?
So this is where everybody's like looking at me now. I'm the spokesperson for NASCA, and I'm actually the least.
Not, yeah. You're not at all. You're the ProMac guy. I get you.
I'm not like, but I do know that the guys are working, to kind of revamp the prize money a little bit. And I don't have all the specifics on what the event prize money is going to work out to be. That's still a conversation that's trying to be discussed amongst those promoters. Yeah.
So is that going to be?
I do understand the question that you're asking that they put out, and that is, we've got I want to clarify that this belongs to the live events that are planning to take place. Battle, Cap Classics,
Toronto Internationals, and U.S. Open.
U.S. Open.
Yep.
And so the points earned at those 4 events, and I guess combined with the ones that went through
Compete and AKA,
will whatever the top points winners in those adult divisions, those top 6 adult forms, men's forms, women's forms, men's weapons, women's weapons, men's fighting, women's fighting. And I don't know all the specifics, so don't quote me on any of this, but I just know that the winners of those overalls and however they determine that, they're going to give some bonus prize money at the end at the banquet. So that's what my understanding is to be. So if I said that wrong, I'm sure I'm going to call from
one of them. So now, is it through? Are they doing this through the whole board, or are they just doing it with the 4 promoters from the 4 events that are happening at the end of this year?
6.
4 this year. There's only 4. Battle, U.S.
Capital. Before
the 2 before.
Oh yeah, true. Okay, my bad.
Because technically, Chris, you fought at both of them.
I did. I only fought division in one of them. I fought teams in the other.
Okay.
I think right now it's with the remaining events, the live events. So because I know that the virtual tour events did their own thing a little bit. So and it wouldn't be. I don't think you're comparing apples to apples in those sense. So Not at all. I mean, so I think that's the piece, because we're still trying to get people to come out and compete at these live events. So
right.
I think it's something we're trying to institute. It's not a bad idea. I mean,
will it carry over to next year?
That's a heck of a great question. I think it's, I always like the idea of what can we do in the sport to reward those competitors beyond just, points and, a NASCA award. Moving in the direction of something like that, to me, is intriguing. I like to see where it plays out and see how, and maybe this is a good way to experiment with it, to see if it works and to see if it's beneficial. It's such a weird year because you don't know what people would normally do.
Right.
Obviously, if you said it in a normal year, hey, we're going to give extra prize money at the end of the season, you're going to have a lot more participation in that sense. But right now, we're definitely trying to promote more, people to stay in the live competitions, to come out and either compete in the forms and weapons and fighting divisions at these remaining live events, because, these guys, all of us have kind of made this commitment that we're going to host our events, and that's it's a scary thing for us. It's a scary thing for everyone else, because anytime you put yourself out there like that and you don't know what's going to happen, I mean, it's tough. And these guys have made a choice that, well, what can we do to incentivize people to even more, to say that we're committed to providing our events as best we can. So that's one of the things they came up with.
Okay.
So that's, and I'm sure there's more details about specifics, Chris, about how
and why and what the numbers are. Yeah, I'm sure.
But that's something that these guys, that the NASCA board will be pushing out, hopefully in this week. I think I know we want to get it out as soon as we can for Battle of Atlanta.
Right. Because that's kind of why I was asking, because I figured you guys would have a little bit of an in being the first event.
Yeah, it is contingent on, I do know this, it's contingent on, I guess, total points throughout these events, and that
so like whoever's the overall point leader out of every division and everybody. Okay,
yeah.
that kind of makes sense.
I don't know
special bonus.
I don't know what the criteria specifically is, but I think it'll come out. So that's so that's something to keep your eye out for on the NASCA Facebook page. So, but it's exciting. I mean, I'd be lying if I didn't say it. I think that a lot of people are hopeful and excited that these live events go off well. I mean, I think people, I think they want to get some sense of back what we used to have. And that's a big thing for a lot of people. Like you said, especially in the South, that's with Florida doing some, Ozark coming up this weekend. I saw Joe Perry's doing he's doing his in Arkansas, right? He is, right. Yeah. We're all
after August, right? Everything after this August 1st weekend, where you guys were jumping. That's cool.
So we had one move from August, to November. Excuse me. Yeah, 1st of November. But Joey's is in Arkansas. It's September 18th. And he's planning to have it in Rock and Roll. And then we're gonna, we've rebooted our ProMax schedule to restart with, Richard tournament this weekend in Springfield, Missouri, and we want people to understand that Richard. Y'all gotta know Richard first of all. Richard puts his heart and soul into every piece that he does for his tournament, and he has worked diligently to make it safe and accessible to as many people as we can. He has gone in. He's worked a plan. He's reworked a plan. He's gotten on Facebook and discussed his plan. And I mean, what else can you ask someone to do? I mean, I don't know what else you can ask. I mean, he's done it. I can assure you that it's going to be safe. It's going to be well ran, and the ProMac team is going to be on point and ready to make sure everybody has a great experience, and we feel safe in the process. And that's going to be as we continue to like step by step have these regional events, it's going to build confidence in everything else that we do. So,
all right.
What's your other big question?
Huh?
So you got another big questions.
No. We got to start moving on now.
Honestly, you've answered every one of my questions that I really wanted to have. We're gonna have a set schedule. There's gonna be sessions. There's gonna be minimum people in there. There will be masks required. We are fighting. We are doing it. The NASCA bonus money will be NASCA bonus money, and we'll figure that out from NASCA. I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, Trav knows I'll be there. I'm judging and helping out, and if I can get a couple of rounds in myself, I'm gonna do it too. But I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on Labor Day weekend. It's
We're
gonna be
looking
good.
forward to seeing everybody. I mean, it's really crazy how much you really miss people when you really get to start talking to them. You're like, man, we haven't seen you guys. Like I said, I think we first got over.
Not since February.
Jim,
Since February.
Yeah, Jim Haymore's.
The Jim's tournament. So.
And you think about it, like, February. Wait.
That was wild.
Damn, my goodness, that was February. Yeah, exactly.
Man, 6 months ago.
It was the first weekend in February.
Yes, it was.
Wow. So, all right, guys.
All right, thank you,
Toby. Man, we really appreciate you.
Well, you guys, September 4th and 5th.
Yes, sir.
September 4th, 5th, down here in Atlanta, the Battle of Atlanta, the Renaissance
For
Waverly
me, I'm from New
Hotel.
York. I can't sit down for 14 days when I come back.
There's too many baseball and softball games you miss.
And I'm wishing y'all the best, man.
All right, we'll take some love with everything you guys can do. We totally understand, and we sympathize with you guys, and we're going to miss everybody that can't make it. So we appreciate your support all the time, and we're just trying to do what we can do to, give everyone the same event that we always do. So,
all right,
absolutely, man. Thanks, Toby.
Thanks, Toby.
Have a great rest of your show.
Yeah, man.
See you later. All right.
Ding. You know what this episode's gonna be called?
Yeah. Ding. All right. So next one, we got another guest.
Oh yeah.
And you guys know we don't really do too many guests, but last week,
but this is necessary.
This was necessary because something happened last week, and it came. We got an announcement on a
y'all
Tuesday.
Know New York. Y'all know New York don't announce anything till Tuesday at 9 a.m. 9 a.m.
I was like, man, come on. So I had to reach out.
But see, I couldn't spoil it. I already knew.
Yeah, you knew. I didn't know.
I hinted. I couldn't do that.
Can y'all see my screen?
I can't see your screen.
Yeah,
it's a
little screen. Yeah.
All right, let me make sure I turn this up just so I can.
Okay, we're gonna introduce.
Yeah, I was told that last time I did this. I was super loud after. I'm gonna try and make sure I'm not as loud as afterwards, but whatever. Oh, let me turn on the music.
You're not swag surfing?
No, not swag surfing. They got a promo for it.
Okay. Yeah.
For the people who don't know, this Jessie Wray presents Virtual Fight Tour. What is it? Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
So they got a promo for it. Let me go back.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, so you guys will be seeing that pop up on your screen soon.
Coming all across the timeline. Everybody and their brother gonna be sharing it.
Yeah, Jessie Wray presents Virtual Fight Tour pay-per-view. I don't know too many other pay-per-view sport martial arts ones before, but it's what it is.
I haven't been one since I've seen one.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if he is. I don't know if Jesse's on the line right now. Jesse, you on the line? There he is.
Sir.
There he is. Got to unmute himself, but there he is.
My brother. Unmute yourself, Jess.
Salute.
Yeah,
what's
man.
What's up? Yeah.
What's good, baby?
What's up, baby?
I'm still mad at you, man.
Virtual background, man.
Yeah, you know,
I'm still a dinosaur, man. You got the virtual background.
See, you and I on the same level. We just chilling in the back.
Look at him. He got his MMA fight come out banner behind him. So I had to pull something up. Like, yo, I ain't never did no MMA fight. I ain't got no banner.
I asked him to send me that CTE logo so I could have put it in my back, and he was like, "Nah, son."
I mean, I still got to do that. I got to send that to you. But sooner or later. All right, people. August 15th. That's what 12 days away.
Yes.
We have set fights that are going to be pay-per-view through Uventex. It's a fight tour. Jesse's been doing a lot of stuff lately. That's been
that's a busy
man.
Like COVID didn't bring out the hustler in you. You ain't never had one, and Jessie Wray is right now doing it.
Yeah.
That should have been his intro music. I'm a hustler, baby.
Yeah. I should have. I should have put it. I'll put it when he actually.
We're gonna get it on the outro.
That's fire.
Yeah.
But I got a little time on my hand, man, because we in the city, we not open yet. Los, y'all a little more open than us, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're able to kind of have like small classes, so I can have like 10 people in the facility at a time for my martial arts classes. We can have our summer camp, and our summer camp is broken down as well in like smaller groups. But as far as like martial arts, it was like no more than this number of people. Got to make appointments to come to class, all that, bro. So yeah, we still a little tight, but not as y'all tight. Y'all tight.
We tight. Cuomo is not playing with the city.
Nah, y'all are locked.
Nah. So we not even karate schools, gyms, indoor dining, all of that is rap, you know. So, you know, I got to do other things, try to keep my head above water. But things is not bad, man. We rolling with the punches, man. As long as everybody's safe, it's all good. I ain't crying about it.
All right, so I got like 800 questions about this. People ask me about this virtual fight tour. I was like, I don't know yet. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna find out for y'all. All right, number one thing, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 fights that we're seeing right now that are the main fights, right? All right.
Yes, sir. Let me turn my phone off so I don't sound like Toby, man. Toby was terrible. Ding.
Ding.
Have your phone to turn it off. Like,
I thought it was Los at first. I was like, Los, mute your
I heard you say that.
Yeah.
I was like,
what's my name? Toby.
All right.
I was trying not to do that the whole time. Every time I think about him, that's the only thing I think about.
That's the first thing that pops in your head?
Yeah,
it does. It does. All right.
So now, Toby.
Okay, are these fights going to happen in different locations, or are they going to be in the same location? That was the number one question people ask me. Like, are everybody going to the same place, or
everybody is not going to the same location?
Okay.
You got Fire Island, like my man from USC, right? You got an island. You about to send everybody to this island. They about to get cold. You about to send them there. That's how we doing. Staten. We going to Staten.
Hey, so. That's basically where I copied this from, man. Like
I know, I see how you think, brother.
We took the blueprint and the protocol from like boxing and UFC and see how they running it safely, and we rolling with that same formula. And then if it's not gonna be where I'm at, then there has to be the same standard. So we definitely keeping the same standards consistent. We're at, and we try to go worldwide with this. I got already something set up, kind of, sort of, in the UK. Guatemala was supposed to be on this card. It fell apart, you know. So early that, you know, things fall apart, but I think we're on to something.
I think when this launches off and it's as successful as I think it's gonna be, I think you're gonna have more people who are like, hey, when are you gonna do the next one? Hey, can I jump on this? I think people are sketchy, like most things, on the first go around at anything, and then it'll jump on.
Well, honestly, people were they were all in, but you just have to have all the pieces together, and for some of the situations, all the pieces couldn't come together. But even Chris, we was
I know we was talking.
Yeah, we was talking something.
Well, see, that's what when I looked at the matchups,
we gonna do it.
I literally looked at it like, okay, all these people who are fighting each other are within driving distance of each other. And so that's why I was sitting there like, okay, they probably won't be in the same place, but.
So the original plan was, and I was like, yo, let's struggle with this, man. I'm a germaphobe, COVID. I wouldn't do a tournament. I canceled my tournament. But with this event, again, studying boxing and the UFC, and everybody's hungry and thirsty to see something right now in our community. I was like, what could I do to make something safer? So we thought about everybody in their neighboring city, state, or tri-state. So like New York, we got Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, upstate, downstate. We got we got all of that we could play with. Then New Jersey's next door. And Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Pretty much all got the same rules. Georgia, I wanted to keep Georgia. The Georgia card is not the original fight. You know what I'm saying? That
it's supposed to be
the
something
first
else.
one So then we got Josh was like, let me throw Ryan in there, and I was like, all right, cool, whatever. So and Guatemala was with Guatemala, so we were doing some things and keeping everything close. And now that we're virtual, I said I have a fight in Hawaii. We're gonna go to you in Hawaii.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Right. Share my screen, live it up. Let's get it. Yeah, that's dope.
Travis, going to you now live.
So how come you ain't do any forums, people, man?
Well, this is the first one, and
You neglecting the forums, people, man?
They got virtual forums tournaments already. We need to do something for the other side of it. We're just trying to make everything even, my guy. Why you got to do that?
Why are you trying to kill the vibe? Like, you trying to kill the vibe
Trav, you nasty right now, bro.
Wait, forums is nasty?
Watch yourself, bro.
Chris, forums is nasty?
No, forums is not nasty, but that was a nasty question. We just talking about what we love. We talk about fighting, man. Get out of here.
Let me just say this, man. This is the first one. We kicking it off what we kicking it off with. After that, then.
But it's gonna be expanded.
Who knows?
Yo, but man, without trying to do too much, I like the idea of a set forms or a set competition like that. Like cats got beef too in forms. It's not necessarily the same, but they got it. So like that's.
I already thought about a nasty grudge.
I already know. I feel you because I'm probably thinking of one of the two matches that you're thinking about.
We're probably thinking about the same one. Look, I was like, yeah. But so all the fighters will be tested in quarantine. No more than like 12 people in the whole building. Which is there's absolutely no spectators. Not even your mother, your daughter, your cousin. All the fighters, you only get one coach. That's it. 3 referees and probably an alternate referee, and a medic, and scorekeeper, and an announcer. That's it.
So what are the rules? Are these rounds? Are they doing rounds? Are they?
Yeah, that's a good question. We doing 3 rounds. 2 minutes, 1 minute rest in between. We was gonna do 30 seconds, but we wanted some camera time possibly to hear the coaches talk to their fighters and stuff like that. So we said we'll do a minute. Because by the time they walk over to that bench, ding, it's time to go back. So we said let's do a minute. It was 30 seconds though.
I like both of those. I respect the reasoning, but I like the 30 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, man, look, I'm going to say it. Most of these people ain't going to be in shape. Not for 3 rounds. Some of them will be. Some of them not going to be in shape.
Even the ones that think they're in shape, they're going to feel something
different.
Yeah.
They're going to feel something. By the end of that second round, they're going to be feeling it.
It's different. I did, we do I forgot. I did Sunday sparring this weekend, and we did King of the Ring to 1st to 7. This week and doing points and calling and y'all didn't call that. Yeah, bro. Three rounds is gonna be a killer. I like this.
3 rounds, and then we're gonna do 1 point body, 2 point head, 3 point jump spin, jump spin to the body, 2.
Like Waco, kind of like Waco Rose. At least in that respect with the points. No sweeps or yes sweeps?
Semi. No sweeps. The reason why we went no sweeps because one of the original fighters had had like surgery or something like that, or a couple leg issues and stuff like that. So we was just like,
yeah. Fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah, but we can always, you know what I'm saying? Like, these rules ain't
each fight and each set fight can be a little bit different in however long, you write out the contract, like however you guys agree, whatever you agree to. I think that's an awesome setup.
Los, you had a question, right?
Yeah, is it going to be like strictly point, or is it going to be like more like continuous type point? Like what is, I thought what I saw it was going to be more like a boxing, kickboxing, more that type of show as opposed to like straight point.
It's gonna be straight point. We just took the theme and like of like a boxing, kickboxing type setup as far as testing and protocol and all that. But we doing point.
Okay.
That's cool. Yeah, absolutely. Because like you said, like you said with the athletic commissions, don't tickle that. Don't open Pandora's box. I'm on your side 100%, my guy. I dealt with that with MMA and kickboxing my whole time doing it. And if we can keep them out, let's keep them out. Now, are you gonna do?
We want to keep out the hospitals too.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna do any kind of a spread, or is it just gonna kind of just be go through all 3 rounds? And if it's 22-0, it's 22-0.
They asked me the same thing in the beginning. I was like, nah, we're not doing no spread. People logging on, like if you get dogged out, that's what it gotta be. You know, we're not doing no spread.
That's what I'm talking about.
Win by 2?
Throw the towel in, whatever.
Is it win by 1, win by 2?
All right. So the rule on that is, at the end, if somebody's tied up, we got 2 options. We could do first point win, right? Mm-hmm. Or we could do a whole nother minute. Now that's up to the fighter, right? Now if Chris and Travis is fighting and Travis is like, nah, 1 point win. That's it. That's all I want. And Chris is like, nah, I want a whole nother minute. Then from that point on, we go flip a coin, and whoever wins the toss gets their pick.
That's cool.
You know what I mean?
I like that. Fighter's choice. That's what I'm saying.
Fighter's choice. Hey, the fighters picked the judges. Like, we was on a Zoom call, and we was just writing names down, crossing them out. This took a long time, man. An hour to pick judges, man. Maybe an hour and a half.
I can see that.
I fought him before. I fought his students. No, I was like this. Real? Like, come on. It was crazy.
Yeah, I can see that.
It was crazy. He's together.
Yeah, I was sad. I wanted to go in and be in there like an alternate judge just to sit and watch the fight. I was like, I know I ain't going.
I'm not going nowhere near it.
I'm mixing it out.
I'm gonna be watching online. Like, yep, there we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my subscription. I forgot I got to do that today.
Yeah, I'm gonna sign up for it.
So how'd you? I understand you were picking the fighters kind of like in around the area, but how did you pick the actual certain set of fighters? Like, what made you say, all right, I'm gonna choose these 2 and try to pair these 2 up and see if it can work?
All right, so the matchup wasn't what you see now.
Right.
All right. The original matchup was it started with me hollering at somebody. Hey, what's up? This is what I'm thinking about doing. What you think? Who would you want to fight from this town? Let's say I spoke to Bailey, right? And he was like, I'll fight Ant. You know, we were supposed to fight already or whatever. I was like, Ant Merrick? Okay, cool. Call Ant, and that was supposed to be.
Oh, that's
original.
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be original.
Was it Robert Hilton was trying to do something like that, right?
Right.
Yep. Yeah.
Right. So I forgot all about that, and he just called names on it. And I was like, I spoke to Ant. Ant was like, yeah, I'm in it. And then Ant had some other engagement on the same day that he couldn't do it. So I was going to throw. I ain't even going to tell y'all. Well, I'm going to tell y'all. I was like, I ran out of options. So I looked around and like, oh, Tyson. I'm going to let Tyson jump in there. Like, okay. Tyson, would you fight Bailey? How much time I got? I was like, he's like, 3 weeks? Yeah, I could do it. I'll do it. Tyson, and then I spoke to them. Bailey was like, I take whoever, basically.
Right.
But so Tyson was gonna be on. It was originally Ant and Bailey. Tyson was gonna be on Bailey after Ant backed out, and it was supposed to be Tyreek and Darren.
Right. Okay.
Tyreek had a good fight
Darren Payne.
In Philly. Darren Payne, yeah. In Philly, at Keith McKelly's tournament, he lost by 1, but he was impressive. So when it fell apart, I spoke to Bailey and he was like, yo, me and Ty have good fights or whatever. And then Ty hit me like, yeah, let me and Bailey just fight. I was amazed because they appear to be friends, but they care nothing about fighting each other.
Oh no, they
yeah, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, they go at it.
Show. So that was a no-brainer. And then I gave Tyson he get time to really prepare for a big fight, and everybody's happy. The other ones was a call out. Prahlad from upstate.
Yeah.
Prahlad. It was a call out. Yeah. Angel called him out.
Really?
Called him out.
Yo, there's a grudge, son.
Pro was like, huh? I ain't training, but sign me up. I'm on it.
Now, where's Angel from? Angel from down south.
Angel from Connecticut.
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 Okay. I don't know why I thought it was from down south. All right.
No.
Yeah, that's
Sam Diaz's brother.
Sam Diaz's little brother. Sam Diaz that was on K-Talk, right? Chris? He was on K-Talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his brother. So he was like, no, with all due respect.
With all due respect, y'all, I'm finna slap your mans.
Yeah,
like,
basically.
dang, bro. Like, yo, all right. Nah, I like Angel. I was like, the call out, like.
Okay. Right.
Angel's a friend of the show. Angel listens every week and comments.
Yeah. Angel was definitely a friend of the show, but he was about that life. And the last fight, I had to get someone for Darren, so then we reached over to somebody he fought before, Kid Stan or whatever, and he's on Bailey's team, in training, so that's an automatically good fight.
Who was that? Say that again. You kind of broke up a little bit.
On what part? Say again.
I said, who were the last two names you said? You kind of broke up there a little bit.
Oh, Darren and Stan. Darren Payne and Stan from Straight Up, and then we got Kev and Ryan. So originally it was supposed to be Kev and Zach. Supposed to be Kev and Zach. Zeke.
Oh, Winder.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Josh basically was like, y'all can get Ryan in on the day, whatever. And then he spoke to Zach, and Zach was basically like, he's just gonna take the rest of the year off or whatever. So that's automatically like, all right, that's a good match.
Yeah, I talked to Zach, and Zach was saying, he was finna do. He's doing a couple of different things, taking the rest of the year off and trying to do that. So then, because I knew, we were talking, and I had talked to Josh, so I had kind of known a little bit of what was up, and I was like, yo, so Zach, you finna do this? And he was like, I don't know, man. I've been thinking about taking a year off, and then Josh was like, I think we're gonna use Ryan. I was like, I think that's a good fight.
It is. They fought earlier this year.
They did. And they
Ryan
fought a few
won.
times. Well, they fought in Destin and Kevin.
Oh, that's right.
Then they fought at Jim's, and then Ryan won. And then, so like that's
been back and forth. So that one caught my eye the most out of all the matchups. Say it again.
That's the tiebreaker?
Yeah, it looks like.
Well, they've been back and forth for a little while now, because I can't remember if they actually fought in Chicago or not. I think they fought in Chicago as well. Kevin won that.
I think Kevin won in Chicago. Ryan won in here.
And here with Jim's, and then I think that's what it is for the year. And Destin was last year, so if that it goes right, I think it is 1-1 on the year. So
it's 1-1 on the year, I believe.
I'm interested in watching that. You know where I'm at. But,
they was talking about Chris Walker and Spence, brother.
Yeah. the old man versus the young kid. I got you, son. We're gonna do that though. Yeah, I'm down. Liz, I told you I'm down to jump on this next one whenever we get.
No, that almost came to life, but I made a phone call and the homie didn't pick up, so I just had to move on.
Right.
I gotta put this out.
Yeah.
You're right. We got to do something. Yeah.
I heard Chris was waiting though, like, I'm ready.
I was like, I told Josh hit me, was like, hey, would you want to jump on something like this? Tell me who I'm against. I'm down. I'm always ready. I'm training.
Always ready.
That's dope.
All I'm gonna say is this: when this came out, me, Chris, and Los had a conversation, and I was like, man, I may make some odds on this thing. Put some spreads on these matches.
Put a couple point spreads on it. Put the overs and
the only
unders.
one that said that.
I'm trying to look into the LLCs to what we could do to create.
Like, yo, what can we do? How can we make this? I'm like, yo, this is the line. Who's +3? Who's -2? Like, all right,
we could do some things. I got a couple of friends, but I mean, I'm trying to do this legally.
I had a friend that called me that said, yo, I spoke to my man that he does the gambling stuff. He said, you can do it. You can do it this way. I said, dog, I ain't.
The NFL technically doesn't do it. It's the people outside of that who are putting the lines and everything. So you don't have anything to do with it. I'm just saying, I may come up with something like here.
This is the main line. Don't worry about it. We in the main line.
Jess, the minute you brought it out and you had the list, that's the first thing Trav said. I was like, yo, we can get some bets on this.
See?
Like, right off the rip. I was like, oh, man.
I take Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Zelle.
I was like, what's the average?
Got.
Like, what's the average points on these fights? All right, plus how many? We're doing 3 rounds. All right, now we know 3 rounds. All right, but how many points per round? All right, let's figure this out real quick.
But then you got Cash doing the Pete Rolls. Then you got Cash taking the dive.
Hey,
you know,
no,
it get ugly, man. Somebody get killed, then man. Yo, didn't I tell you to lose by 2?
You cost me money. Especially in the city, bro.
So, are these only 4 fights that's going to be on the card, or do you have like other ones that may be popped up as like in something else or whatever?
Prelims. You have some prelims?
No, this is the whole card. We gonna like again. This is the first. This is like a test, not a test run. We trying to go all the way with it, like official.
Yeah.
But right now these are like pretty much people that is really committed, all in committed, signed and sealed. And the future ones when we have more time, because things was in motion, but things kept falling apart. But I already had a date. And I had a date with the undisclosed location. You know, it's different dates for different people, right. Judges and stuff like that. So, I got a solid 8. Well, 4 fights, but a solid 8, and I'm gonna roll with that. But in the future, we're gonna get a little funky with it. I have some intermissions, or you know,
some pre-fight hype, little talk, little interview, little blase.
Well, right now, yeah, exactly. And then we're gonna be bouncing around. You know, we're gonna be bouncing around to your city, your state, your country. So this could go like.
I'm saying Ireland, look out! Italy, y'all been boring. Let's go.
Y'all been boring.
Greece, France. I don't know.
Yeah, we just got
stuff, man.
If we could do this safely, as long as everybody's safe, everybody follow the protocol. You know, get tested, lock in, and show up and fight. We got 3 judges, nobody in the building, no spectators.
So do people have to show up and show that they have been tested?
Yes, they do. Yes, sir. 72 hours, you know, test.
So they have to have their little the paper results back they've gotten them back within 72 hours, or they took the test in 72 hours. Because
they got to take
sometimes the test
72 hours before the fight, because they got places now that where you
can
get
your same day.
Same day, 2 days. You know. So
okay. Yeah.
That's whatever. I got antibodies for sale too, man. I mean, fortunately, I had COVID, so anybody needs some antibodies, holler at me. I got them for low.
You did have COVID?
Nah, I did, man. My whole house had it.
Oh wow. Man, damn, bro.
It's a little more love talking to you today, because it ain't the same for everybody, brother.
So did you guys have symptoms, or was it non-symptoms?
I was out for the count. Oof. I had every symptom. I got real fatigue in the beginning. Then I got hot, and then I walked up the steps and I felt like I climbed a mountain, like shortness of breath.
Did you do the smell? Did you lose the smell and the taste?
The next one was the smell. Then I got that dry cough. I was like, it's a wrap. That's the Rona. But I just quarantined, and you know, good thing I was in decent shape. Not the best, but I was in decent shape. And no underlying diseases or anything.
Yeah. Man, bro, I'm glad. I didn't
man, I'm praying for y'all, man. I'm glad y'all is good, man.
But Tyson, he just like I had a headache one day. He got a little hot, and then that was it.
A youth, man.
Yeah, they running through it.
Jeez.
But you gotta be careful, man, because some people have no symptoms at all. I know kids cute and all that, but they touch everything, pick that kid up. You may get you.
The carriers, the main ones.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Do you have an idea where it possibly has come from, or you have it just hit you and it's already in motion?
I had an idea. One person, I ain't gonna say his name.
Okay, say no more.
He came in that week and he was sick. I was like, yo, you gotta go home, man. And
jeez.
And just like that.
Yeah, man. I think it was him. I ain't gonna put that on him though. But we went to the Irish Open. So we went to the Irish Open. We came back from there. A lot of traveling. It could be anything. You know what I
mean? Yeah.
That was like the last day of February, the beginning of March was the Irish Open.
Oh, so you got it.
Hey, listen. My man was slapping in Ireland. Tice was slapping in Ireland. Tice was slapping in Ireland, bro. I was so happy to watch him fight out there with them. So he was on point. Sorry, y'all brought up Ireland. Man. I was like, man, he looked good. All weekend, every division, every weight, every category, everything. That young man fought everywhere.
Everywhere. That was the second in a row, man. He repeated.
Yeah,
he got 2 Irish Open, man. He got the cadet and the junior. But both years.
As they say, he's got next.
Yeah. Everybody know it. They just looking at it like, all right, sooner or later, this boy coming up.
All right, when he turns 16, he coming.
They're like, we know who that is. Yeah, we know who that is.
He fought the 16, 18. He won it this year.
I remember. I was there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, just watching him go through everything that he went through a whole weekend, divisions, teams, everything that he did it was great to watch a young American come over there and do that.
Chris, you got busy out there too, man.
Nah, we all right in there, but
it's getting busy. I was watching.
Did a little bit. I did not bad.
Los. Let's put a team together, Los.
I'm saying we got this. We can do that. Sign me up.
Travis.
Nope.
I knew that was coming.
Nope. I'm retired, baby. I'm enjoying my retirement.
I got no desire.
None.
Hey,
you know what?
I seen that out of you before though. You came back.
I did, but you know what?
Put on too.
Yes, he did.
All right, so we on people's comeback. So I got one other thing I got to talk about. I want all y'all, because I'm just concerned for somebody's health right now.
Stop.
I am.
Stop.
This video.
Stop.
Man.
Come on, my guy. Stop.
Oh man.
The art of war. Nah. Yo, listen. Come on, man. Why you gotta hurt my heart right now, Trav?
Yo, pray for Roy, man. Pray for Roy.
Come on, man. That's my Floridian brother right there, man. You know I'm praying.
Ray, like, yo, this dude, nah. I hope he just stay in the seat. I don't want to come out of the seat coming towards me with any of that.
What? Yo, I don't even think Mike know what an exhibition is.
That's what I'm saying. If you listen to him right here, he's snapping
I am a
already.
warrior. I am from Sparta. I am a descendant of the god of war. Like the gods of war are calling me back.
He said I'm mad. No. I feel like he said I'm not that person no more. I feel like
I'm about another guy in a third party.
I'm like, this dude is just not somebody to play with.
He reading out of the book. Like he talking about your man's in a story. Like I'm the chosen. Like nah, Roy, I love you, bro.
And I keep thinking about Roy's the last couple fights with his knockouts, man. When he got knocked out.
Listen, when he got knocked out in Russia, we looked that up like 16 or 17. It was like guy.
Nah, he got knocked out by the Jamaican guy too, man.
Yeah.
Listen,
he was out.
Yeah.
Like
boom, timber.
Go ahead, Los.
He ain't been hit by someone like how Tyson hit people. So even besides that he's been knocked out, he ain't been touched by like somebody like how when Tyson gonna hit him. Like that's gonna be a whole different type of
yeah.
like, That's like he's gonna be messed up after the heat. Nah.
You're gonna get hit with a half a boulder and die. Like I'm not as a fan of Roy and as a Roy, like that's my guy. Like I'm not happy with this fight.
Listen, I feel Tyson. There is no knockout, but I feel Tyson gonna knock him out. He's gonna be like, I'm so sorry. I couldn't help myself. I couldn't like. Yeah, you know what? This was a bad idea. I should have did it. I felt bad for Roy. I just got caught up. You know, I was in my little pocket and he hit me, and I just kind of responded. And I'm so sorry, Roy. Listen, everyone that watched, I'm so sorry. I'm not built for expedition. That's not
exactly.
how I'm built for that.
How could you say no knockouts? Like, you don't know what punch gonna knock you out.
Exactly. That was exactly my point. Like, what do you mean knockouts are banned? Like, how you gonna ban a knockout? If it connects, it connects. Like,
if it happens, it happens.
That's like getting hit with a Carlos Tierney spinning hook kick.
That's your whole head slipping.
Jumping.
Get up old stuff.
Like a donkey kick.
Jeez. All right, we got anything else? We probably go for a long time, but I don't want to. We have like a little over an hour. A little bit more.
We on a budget?
Yeah, man, we're a little bit balling on the budget, baby. Ding.
Hold on, let me ding.
Ding. You gotta get some sponsors on this, man.
That's what I need to do. I mean, I really do need to get some sponsors. I need to get a whole bunch of stuff ready, man. I really do.
Y'all showing a lot of love to the game, man. Like, keeping a lot of things going, and people need to, you know.
People get funny when they talk about money.
I got an idea for you. Just add a little donation link and let people do what they do.
And donate,
The ones that appreciate this, they'll throw a little 10, 20, and be surprised how much you sponsor.
How fast to pick up.
Yeah. And just mention it in your podcast. Leave us a donation. Trust me. I would donate to this. This helping us.
I'm gonna make it tonight. I'm gonna make it
tonight. You're not gonna donate.
Right.
I'm gonna make it tonight. Hopefully,
say I'm not donating.
That's true.
Pardon me. Sorry.
You
can't love the sport and say you're not donating.
And you talk about donating to the show, not to the actual gambling thing there.
It ain't going to me. Chris Walker ain't getting no money out of this.
You killed it. It's a wrap now. Ain't nobody donating.
Ain't nobody giving nothing to nobody.
Donate, people. So y'all know who wins and y'all get the pot.
No. Make sure it's legit. You know.
Yeah.
No sharks coming. This not no cover up, y'all. This not no cover. This is a real donation.
Real donation. All right, people.
All right,
final word though. So fighttour.myuventex.com. That's the link. Fighttour.myuventex.com. You go on there, register. Don't go on pay-per-view on your cable channel, man. We're not there. It's a pay-per-view style type fight.
Right. You gotta pay for to get a link. You get the link through my Uventex.
The link. Exactly. You already know, and hopefully everybody tune in, man. It's gonna be a pretty good show.
Man, you got at least
Saturday, August 15th at 6 p.m.
You got at least me. I'm watching. I can't wait. Eastern Standard Time. Okay.
Eastern. Yes, sir.
So 3 p.m. on the West Coast over there. Chris DeSala, letting y'all know.
Sean Dumlau.
Yeah, Sean.
We know y'all. Tony
all
Kennedy.
y'all
We know all y'all finna listen. Junior.
Yes. Yeah, Junior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Junior. That's my guy.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get some
fun, man. Thank you, man. Thanks for having
me.
Thank you, Jessie, for coming on, man. Keep doing your thing. You got supporters here. We love.
All right, so we're gonna end this the way we started it.
No doubt, man. Stay safe, brother.
Yes, sir.
Peace. All right, so we're gonna end this the way we started it with music. Y'all got anything else y'all want to say at the end of this? No? Nah. We'll see y'all next week.
With that swag surf. I thought you was in that J. Ray.
I'll pull it out, baby.
We'll see y'all next week, people. And we're gonna have there's a possibility we may have some of these fighters on here talking junk to each other. So I'm just letting y'all know that.
A possibility.
Reached out to talk about this. Letting y'all know. All right, people. We'll see y'all next week.
All right. We out.
I'm watching your next workout.
All right, fellas.